Indian ex-Muslims find safe haven online? So, in the past 5 years, the number of online communities for Indian ex-Muslims went from scarce to multiplying in numbers. These groups have hundreds of members each, which, when considering the taboo around atheism and apostasy from Islam, is significant. Islam has a well-documented history of mandating the killings of those who leave the faith. Quote, social media has given us more opportunities to network and find each other, says Arif Teruvath. Arif Hussein Teruvath is a member of the ex-Muslims of Kerala Facebook group. Whereas those born into Hinduism may face social vilification when announcing their atheism, ex-Muslim may face death threats or worse simply for being an atheist, let alone being open about it. Another ex-Muslim laments that while India will not prosecute atheists, it is frustrating due to the Hindu majority administration, which turns a blind eye to religiously motivated attacks.
Okay, so let's endorse given that these communities online for ex-Muslims in India are rising, we have our own atheist Indian-based communities. Please make sure you go join them if you're in India. They're city-based, so you should be able to find the closest one near you, right?
Well,
can we endorse that right now?
Oh. The only problem is that our Indian consulates are still hidden from the public website page.
Oh yeah. Well,
because of the Hindu threat.
I know.
So right now, if people want to join, they can message me personally in my email, which is Susanna at atheistrepublic.com.
Okay, but we should bring it back on because the threat has been reduced, and there's also all these other groups as well, which are publicly searchable.
I'll check it back in with our consulate leaders because we posited that to them before. We're like, hey, do you think we could make this public yet? And they're like, right now I gave that decision to them essentially, and they're like, we don't want that.
You're right.
So I'll touch back in.
Yeah, ask them again if we can make it public again. But guys, if they do become public, you could search for Atheist Republic consulates, and you could find, and not just in India, we have consulates, which is basically groups for atheists in every major city. So you should be able to find atheists near you. But this is great. India's atheism is growing. What does the title mean? Like safe haven and belongingness. Okay, so great. That's good. Atheism, and guys, one great thing about Indian ex-Muslims are they not, a lot of them, are not being taken advantage of by Hindutva. Okay, because Hindutva groups were really banking on ex-Muslim atheists as a way to promote their anti-Muslim bigotry. But these ex-Muslims who left Islam, they were like, we have shown that most of us are not ready to promote Hindutva ideology just because we left Islam and Hindutva doesn't like Islam. We're not going to jump on the Hindutva bandwagon. Like they were like ready to accept us with open arms, to just like use us as a way for their nonsense. And we're like, most of us said no thank you to that. We did that. Atheist Republic did that. Abdullah Samir did that. Ali Rizvi, ex-Muslims of North America did that. The only one who didn't do that, unfortunately, who's appeasing them, is Yasmin Muhammad, unfortunately. But the rest of us were like, we're not jumping from one not one dogma to another. So sorry, but no. Not sorry. But this is great. What is the reason behind it? Go on, Susan.
Oh, well, I just wanted to say that like members of this group who were profiled and asked about their membership and their experience as an Indian ex-Muslim spoke exactly to what you were saying. So one member said, quote, Muslims won't accept us, and the Hindu right wing sees this as an opportunity to put down Islam and Muslims, she said. It's very frustrating because we don't identify with them. So, and then it continues, this is a particular problem to Indian ex-Muslims having to assert their distance from the Hindu right and facing pushback from both liberals and those who say that now might not be the right time to criticize Islam, given that Muslims in India are an insecure minority. So they deal with many of the same frustrations that ex-Muslims in North America deal with a lot of apologism, Islamic apologism coming from the left wing, broadly speaking, and a lot of kind of like, why do you have to say that right now? Like, you can't criticize a minority group right now because things are difficult for them, which comes from a good place, but it actually continues bad behavior within those minority groups. It turns a blind eye, and it actually is prolonging the abuse of minorities within the minority, you know, like LGBT Muslims, ex-Muslims, you know, etc. But part of the reason why I wanted to profile this story, because I was very excited about this, let me pull it up, is because Religious News Service published this article about the Indian ex-Muslim community on Facebook, where they profile a lot of people. And I thought this was very significant because Religious News Service is one of the biggest websites and news services that writes about religion. And to have ex-Muslims be profiled in such a large way on their platform is a big deal, let alone, you know, Indian ex-Muslims on Facebook. Like, to give you guys some perspective, like, news articles that appear for Religious News Service, like, are also published in conjunction with the Associated Press. So that was a really big deal, and I wanted to feature this.
This is such, I'm so glad that you noticed these things, Suze, because this is like such a high play. Like, this is a very famous like publication, and for them to put the word ex-Muslim in the title, like, let alone ex-Muslim in India, I'd like that. That's the icing at the top. Like, that's such an important. But thank you so much to the Indian ex-Muslims for making the word ex-Muslim appear at such a high level. You guys are like really helping. That's fantastic. Oh my God, this is so good. Sis, how do you notice these things? This is amazing. Like, this was
I have to find us news every week. I got to beat on things, man.
Yeah.
Literally every day I'm like looking for news to cover. So I'm on top of it.
Guys, so let me actually show you guys this. So if you want to eventually find our communities, you could just search for, bring it back up. Sorry. Atheist. If you search on Google Atheist Republic consulates, the first thing that shows up is the page where you should be able to go find all our consulates. You can click on the country that you're from, and you should be able to find the cities. Right now, India is not, because of the attacks that we've gotten from Hindutva. Where's India?
It's hidden. It's gone. I told you.
Oh, it's hidden. So there's no India here. But it will be back. It will be back once the leaders of these communities allow us to put it back on.
We have a ton of Indian consulates, like somewhere between 14 to 18 different cities. Right. It's our largest population in Asia.
Yeah, but for example, if you're in England and you're trying to find a group of atheists, a group that has atheists near you, you click on England. This is on atheistrepublic.com, by the way. And you could just search, go to your city, and then find atheists near you. And if you don't find your city here, you could start one by applying to become a coordinator, and then you could start the city that you don't find here. But we have most major cities that's already here.
And wait, can you scroll to the top of that page really quick?
Yeah.
If you go to the very top, you see international groups. Can you click that?
Oh, our international.
And that's a drop down where you can find a lot of our other groups, like our huge international main group. Which is one of the largest atheist groups, one of the largest private atheist groups on Facebook, and as well as our dating community. Okay.
Yeah, but this one is the largest. This page has more than 2,400,000 followers. But this private group also is the biggest atheist private group in the world, so you could join that as well. Good point by Susie. I also wanted to mention that because of all the Hindutva attack, our website is blocked in India. However, you can still access it using a VPN. Okay, and because of and this is government action. The government blocked our website by some ISPs, not all ISPs in India, and also this Facebook page. the Facebook page with 2,400,000 followers, the biggest atheist Facebook page. India's government have made Facebook block our Facebook page in all of India, so our Facebook page is not available in India as well, which is amazing that Facebook has to, like, our page is not blocked, it's just not accessible in India because of the request by the Indian government. And my own personal account, my own personal Facebook account has also been blocked in India. Susie, I might be the first personal account that has been blocked in an entire country. I'm not sure if this is true, but I'm like my personal
of a foreign
account,
citizen.
Of a foreign citizen, like I'm not Indian, okay, but I'm not my personal account is not a Facebook page, but the Indian government made a request to Facebook to make my personal account not accessible in India. That's how far we have gone, right? So it's amazing, okay, that they're little me, like, is being this India's government is discussing my personal account with Facebook and forcing Facebook hands. If you're in India, if you go to my personal Facebook page, it says not load. But anybody outside of India, they could access my Facebook account, right? Unless you use a VPN or something. This is why, if you're in India, like Atheist Republic is one of the leading organizations in the world when it comes to providing community for atheists and ex-Muslims, and we want to make sure that we keep in touch with our Indian community. You need to get on our newsletter, okay? Especially if you're from India. Everybody needs to get on our newsletter. Link in the description. But especially if you're from India, because they're removing our access to you, okay? Just like Pakistan did, by the way. Congratulations to India for becoming more like Pakistan every day. But you guys in India and in Pakistan, make sure you get on our newsletter because we might lose access to you if they keep removing our social media. And again, we have some beautiful, gorgeous, blasphemous art of both Hindu goddesses and Islamic figures. Extremely blasphemous, but also extremely sexy. Make sure you get on our newsletter to get access to all of that, okay? Link in the description. We give you our blasphemous art for free. That's right.
Ooh,
Okay.
I think we might even try to release some new art tonight.
Ooh. Oh, what? Oh, guys, the next art that we have, it's something about Israel, and because the last time we did Israel and Palestine, it was very, very popular. People loved it. So we're doing more Israel and Palestine sexy blasphemous art. So if you're into that. Oh, also, if you have hijabi kinks, we're doing a lot more hijabi art. Guys, for anybody that has a hijabi kink, we're doing a lot more hijabi lesbian art. So get on our newsletter if you want to see that. It's beautiful.
Have we got you covered?
Yes.
Literally. Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our blasphemous art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.